WA New South Wales Boxall game. That was electric stuff. I must admit I haven't seen the Queensland DEFRIS team yet. I mean, I've seen a lot of the women's team, and they're scarier than a text message from the ATO.
Well,
so,
unfortunately for Queensland, Victoria's at the top of the ladder and Queensland's at the bottom of the ladder at the moment. So we have 3 wins and no losses for Victoria. Queensland, very hard-fought battle. Yesterday we saw a very exciting game against Western Australia, but they weren't able to get there in the end. They've had 2 losses and 1 overtime loss.
Well, yeah, I mean, Team WA is, as the kids would say, cracked. They're pretty bloody good. But you know what? I think Diamonds are formed under pressure, and you know, not just because I'm in the box with you. I reckon I'm backing the Queensland team here with no data whatsoever to back it up.
No, but what's been good about the age group, and I'm sure you're familiar with this as well, is that the kids at this age are developing and they're trying to learn to play together, and we're watching sort of formation happening while they're here in the tournament. So I've spoken with the coaches a bit today. They think the kids are coming together. They're settling down. I think that the Queensland kids had a hockey clinic of some type today as well.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll see how they go when they come out, and this is their first game today.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these kids, we joke here in Perth, but a lot of the kids at this age have played twice as long as me, and they're half my age, so they could probably teach me a thing or two. But yeah, you're right. It's about developing at this age in sport. And as you can see from the stream, and as we can see, it's people of all shapes and sizes, especially at this age.
At this age, they grow at different rates, and we see a lot of different things. Also, Victoria played this morning at 8:45.
Okay.
So Queensland's well rested. We'll see if that makes a difference. Sometimes you're a bit more fired up if you've already played a game in the day, sometimes not. But we'll see how they go with that. Got a bit of movement. We are, again, I'd like to remind everybody, if you have not been watching so far, we're in the penalty box for the visiting team. And we've got somebody coming in to help us out. That's what they're asking, but we cannot hear them when we have headsets on.
Yeah, to be honest, and I'm sure the president of Ice Hockey WA, Dion Shearer, will have a go at me later, but I think this is a battle between the 2 best jerseys.
So you're not a fan of Western Australia? Oh, I heard you were a Victoria super fan. You said that earlier today. Is it the colors that you like?
It's the colors I like. I would absolutely never live there, but yeah, it's definitely the colors that I like.
But it's the colors of the jersey.
I love this white and maroon. It's sick.
It looks clean. We do enjoy that. I did think that through the other day. I was like, why do we wear white? But in fact, it's quite nice to have that.
Beautiful.
So Queensland's playing as the home team today. As I said before, I do know how to pronounce this. Oh, we didn't read the lineup. We just got chatting.
Jeez, let's
go through. Why don't you go through the away team if we have time?
Yeah, I'll do Victoria. So we got number 2, Tom Falca. Number 3, William Preston. Number 10, Declan Adams. Number 11, Ethan Quinn. Number 13, Zihan Hu. Number 15, Kaisheng Chen. Number 16, Avery Wilayat. Number 19, Seth Wijawarden. Yeah, geez, you've stitched me up here, Amy, with the hardest. If you're listening at home, Seth's family, please let us know how to pronounce that one. Number 20, Ryan Wang. Number 21, Angus Hunter. Number 23, Taylor Nelson. Number 24, Yuz Zhu. Number 43, Max Simmons. Number 55, Mikhail Abdullan. Number 61, Ethan Liu. Number 63, Lucas Chambers. Number 77, Blake Dowhy. Number 29, Elston McMillan. We got head coach Darcy Williott, assistant coach Kayla Best, team manager Kate Hunter, and team manager Sarah Simmons.
I'm not sure if I'll get through the Queensland players on time. I might go periodically, but we have head referee Jake O'Brien, Dylan Mabey, and Easton Shearer as the linesmen today. I'll just give it a hot crack at getting through some of the team.
Just send it.
Number 7, Dane Arthur. 8, Archer Spoljerovic. 11, Oscar Crampton. 18, Hunter Campbell. 19, Merrick Mannix. 22, Mackenzie Ouimet. 23, Adrian Ivans. 28, Musa Zhao. 57, Alex Corser, and his brother 58, Hamish Corser. 59, Oliver Watts. 68, Dominic Dubrovnev. 73, Charles Knorr. 77, Emmett Cunningham. 84, Gabriel Duffy. And 86, Henry Janot. I just checked that pronunciation with his mother in the cafe line, and I do have it correct. Goalies 31 Issa Creasy and number 1 Xavier Hale. Abby Brown, head coach, who also plays for Boxall. Zoe Cunningham, assistant coach. Blair Ivans, assistant coach. Courtney Mahoney, development coach. And Beth Morrison, team manager. And we made it. Here we go for face-off.
Nailed it.
And that is Alex Corser muscling his way, but Victoria coming back with the win on the face-off. Liu sending it in and around the boards for Dane Arthur, but it is picked up by Blake Dowhey, and he has some time in the Queensland territory now. We failed to look at who is in net. I think that is Xavier Hale for Queensland, but yeah, based on his hair, I will make that call. Shot, I think that was blocked, sent around the boards by the alt captain, Gabriel Duffy, I think sent that around, yes. And back the other way for Victoria, trying to send something out front. Dane Arthur using some muscle, and now Alex Corser, other alt captain, making a move, shoved into the boards, and I keep forgetting what checking is like and where we are standing. It's,
yeah, no north-south, but I don't think, I've seen some north-south anyway, and yeah, so I'm standing a metre back here, Amy.
Williert had moved that through with a lot of muscle and tenacity. Fialka tried to keep that in, but it has popped out onto the stick of Dowhey. We have a 77 on each team, a number of numbers that are the same. Hunter took it in, and now Mackenzie Ouimet moving that out, getting across the red line and sending it down. His older brother plays in the AIHL for the Brisbane Lightning, and he is also exciting to watch. Zhao kept that in, but now it's popped out, and if Queensland can get there, it will be icing, and it is for Victoria.
Yeah, wow, pretty electric first couple of minutes there. I think we may have seen you'll probably be able to tell me who it was that took it around the back of the net there. I think it was even a Michigan attempt. I haven't seen a Michigan yet in this tournament. Pretty divisive little move there, but yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, some people get quite upset about it, but
I don't get it.
It has a history from lacrosse, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, grow up, I reckon.
I think it's pretty cool. It's almost impossible to defend, and it's hard to pull off.
It just adds a nice element to the game.
You have to have some time and space to be able to do that. Coming back out on the stick of number 2, Fialka. Fialka being pushed by Cunningham, but he still has that puck. Very nice edges and control by Fialka. Fialka having a look, being shoved into the boards again. I cannot see the number, and number 11 now helping out. I want to say Chin would be how you pronounce that, Q-I-N, but again, correct us if we're wrong. Queensland going for a change. Number 21 for Victoria, Hunter, coming back into the zone. Dubrovnov trying to shake him off. It poked away by Ouimet, and a save by Xavier Hale.
Yeah, straight in the glove there. I mean, it was through a bit of traffic, so the keeper did very well to track that puck through a lot of blue and white.
While we're at it, I can say, sorry, there's only one goalie listed for Victoria, and that is Alston McMillan, who is in goal today.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a backup, potentially, at all. No, they don't.
Number 23, Taylor Nelson, taking this face-off. And it comes back again to Victoria. That was against Oliver Watts, and frozen puck by Hale.
Seems to be all Vic at the moment.
So we saw in yesterday's game for Queensland, they started with Issa Creasy against Western Australia. He played most of the game. He took more than 30 shots. He was absolutely incredible. And then they put Hale in towards the end. I'm not sure if it was to rest Creasy. But Creasy was incredible. Another save by Hale there in front of the net, and some pushing. Watts shoves the Victoria player away from the goalie.
Yeah, the ref doesn't seem too phased there. He was digging a bit, but, you know, oh well.
That was Jihan Hu. And no more changes. We'll get back to business. Nelson taking the face off now. Again against Watts. Watts did not play center yesterday, so that will be a switch up from the coaching staff. That one's pressed forward by Watts and going to be chased down. Not called icing. Number 15 gets there. Chen sends it up the boards, picked up offside by Corser. Just a little bit too eager to go into the zone there. Defense for Queensland switching up. Most of the line's going to change up now. Corser has fresh legs. He will take the face off. He is their top line center against number 16, Willard. Face-off won by Victoria, picked up by Dowhey. Coming into the zone is Dowhey. Can't control the puck, and Hale freezes that.
You're a Queenslander, Amy. How I know you don't know where I'm going with this, but
nope.
I know inline hockey is pretty big over there.
It is very big.
Do a lot of these kids play inline
yes,
as well?
Most of these, well, I don't know if most. A lot of them do play inline. I'm pretty sure the Coursers do. The Campbell does. Cunningham does. I think we might as well. Watts. So yeah, a large number of them play inline. It's a great way to get some extra ice time. We don't have the ice available to us a lot. Figure skating is dominant for us. Another shot blocked by Hale. I'm not sure that one will count. It is limited, so that people find that as a great option to continue training. My own daughter refuses to do inline. You know, we've gone to the rink and done a few things, but she's just not interested. There's something about the ice. You know, she's Canadian and American. Here we go, number 84, Gabriel Duffy, alt captain, shovels that down into Victoria's zone. And as you said before, Queensland having some trouble getting it in the zone and keeping it there. Dowie powers back through. We had a stick on that. That one went really wide and pops out of the zone. Picked off by Alex Courser. Courser's trained a bit in Canada. He takes a shot blocked by number 10, Adams. Coming back to Dowie now. Dowie weaving through. And he tries to make a pass. He doesn't get it off of his stick in time. He still has control of it. And that shot was up and over the net over to, I think, Liu. And back out to Simmons. That one gloved by Hale and frozen.
Yeah, you can definitely tell a lot of these kids do play inline just from the hands.
Is it the hands? I always look at their feet and the way that they stop and turn.
Yeah, a lot of that as well, but they're just so slippery with their hands. You know, you can tell I mean, mostly we see it here with adults. The adults that come in from inline, they just dominate with their hands, can barely skate. Obviously, these kids have the advantage of being able to do both.
I can always tell when somebody goes off sides all the time.
Yeah, also that.
Here we go. Out of the zone, Abdulin sends it back to his D, and they send it straight back to Abdulin. Abdulin's going to enter the zone. He has Cunningham watching him. And back out, Zhao sends it out, picked up by Fialka. Fialka settling the puck, wobbly pass, but gets it to Zhu. Zhu moving, Crampton following him. Good pass to the blue line. Hunter moving that, gets around Spoljerovic, and it's popped loose. Still in the zone, kept in by number 3, Preston. Back around to 21. I'm going to say I'm a fan of these Victoria uniforms because I can read the names.
I know. Both
That's
teams,
incredible.
in fact.
Queensland player was down, a little bit of a dangerous situation there. You can see the Victorians collapsing in on the net. There's a delayed penalty now.
Maybe a charge, potentially? Or?
Number 21 saying, what did I do? What happened?
Charge? Is that charging?
I'm not sure. I didn't... It looks like Archer Spoljerovic's coming to the box to see us. And it is Spoljerovic for 2 minutes. We'll see what the call is. Boarding on Archer Spoljerovic in the penalty box for 2 minutes. Face-off, power play to Victoria. Face-off in Queensland's zone on the right-hand side of the goalie. That one won by Courser. And trying to get it out, comes out to Dowie. Dowie very quick. You can see he's so good with his edges. He takes a shot very hard, but it goes into the glass behind. Of course, he's not able to get there first. That one sent back around. Victoria controlling the puck and looking for an opportunity. Hamish Courser's out there in front of the net, paired with Dane Arthur, and a goal at 9:40. The clock is still running, but it has been stopped now. That was a goal for Victoria. I think we will allow Spoljerovic to leave the penalty box, so it was a power play goal. Look, Victoria has 5 shots. Queensland's not able to register one yet.
77 from 55.
Yeah, in days of old, that you would have seen the player wind up for the shot there, but yeah, not these days. It's just collects it on the toe and rips it through straight past the goal. Your goalie had absolutely no chance there. It was so close and so quick.
I heard on the goal it goes Dowie from Abdulin, and I did not hear the second assist, so we'll try to get that too, and we are able to do so.
Get some stats going.
Yeah, Victoria controlling that puck again and coming back into their own zone. They opt to move it backwards a bit, number 63, Chambers. Cunningham keeps it in, but it pops right back out. Sent straight back in by Ivans, and 63 again to pick that up, Chambers. We will get those stats to you as soon as we can. And that one comes out of the zone again. Ivans is going to chase that, trying to keep it away. 23 and 23. Cunningham now making a move. Cunningham coming up the boards, just not able to keep control of it. And coming back into the zone. 23 Nelson. Back around the boards. Nelson has Hu out front and Chambers on the point. Keeps, Zhu is playing with it, the puck now behind the net. Passing it around. Number 11 waiting, but Mackenzie Ouimet, the defender, decides to move that himself and enters the zone. Cunningham's falling back to support. Shot on, first shot for Queensland. Leg pads. Number 13 for Victoria sends it back. Ouimet decides he's going to take matters into his own hands, and he's going for it again, and he is shoved into the boards for a penalty. That did not look comfortable. If he gets up, no harm done. That'll be a penalty on Victoria. And we'll listen to the officials to see what that is. Two minutes for boarding.
Another boarding. Big on the boarding, the Savo. Someone's just done their referee's course on boarding, I guess. And,
I always think that when we have the medics course, then we have everyone running around doing concussion checks as well.
Yeah, just got a new toy and they want to play with it.
That's Chambers in the penalty box for Victoria. First power play for Queensland there, keeping it in the zone. Corser fighting for it, taken away by Dowhey.
Yeah, that goal, just clocking back to that. That was from Dowhey, Abdullan, and Izan Liu was the second assist on that one.
Dane Arthur gets to that puck first, even though Victoria sent it down, sends it to Crampton. Crampton leaves it in the boards, and it's taken away by Hu muscles through the official. The linesman had to move his body with the play, and most of these officials do play hockey, so they'd be well aware of that. Shoveled out by Victoria. Arthur stops that movement from Dowhey, and he is trying to move that. Neutral zone play. Liu trying to get there, and Fialka now collecting the puck. Fialka sends it down, stopped by his teammate in the neutral territory. Number 55, Abdullan getting it in the zone. He already has an assist. He's going to wrap around. Short-handed opportunity. 31 popped in front of Hale. Not frozen, but they whistle it nonetheless.
That was sneaky. Sneaky by, is that number 55, Abdullan?
Yeah, that was he's the one that got shoved before in front of the net, so you can see what he likes to do. Gabriel Duffy had his skate to protect that into Hale's glove, I think, so it was definitely a frozen puck. Oliver Watts again. I'm sorry, I keep confusing Corser and Watts. Used to seeing Corser in center, but not Watts. But anyway, that one goes back past Ivans. Victoria player popped down and back up again. 43 taking a shot, goes wide around the boards. Mackenzie Ouimet pushing that, comes back to the point. Chin sending it into the corner. And Ouimet spinning around trying to get that away. He's just doing the most right now. Ouimet shovels that out to Campbell. Campbell, I said, is I think he's from Tasmania and didn't have a lot of ice hockey down there, so is transferred up here now to, or up here, not here, to Queensland. We're not up here. No, to Queensland, not to Western Australia. Dobrinov now chasing that play from Zhu, keeping it in the zone. Chin sends it out, dumps it to Ouimet. That penalty may or may not be cleared. I don't know if we have the time on that.
We do just.
And Ouimet sending it back now, so it should be 5-on-5. That's one shot for Queensland so far. It was a quality shot, but 7 shots for Victoria. You can see more off the moorings. I think the Queensland player bumped that off of its moorings. I think that was Dom Dobrinov. No, Oliver Watts.
Yeah, I think maybe not intentional, maybe just wearing a bit of a check there. And yeah, put the all of its moorings. These goals are notoriously easy to put off their moorings as well. So yeah, that does happen.
Emmett Cunningham coming into center for Queensland against number. I don't know. I thought that was. I got the number wrong. So they're just moving so fast. Offside. We'll reset. Let's see who's in center. I'm pretty good when I can see the back of the jersey, but when you're looking at the sleeve and it gets folded around, okay, it's number 16 in center, Willard. That one controlled by Victoria. Picked up by number 10, Adams. Adams behind the net. Goalie watching. He's being hunted by the Queensland players. Still in the zone. Coming out now. Dane Arthur, the captain of the Queensland team, goes through the feet. Gets it in the, I don't know, that one popped in and out. It's back out again. And Zhao with the puck. Zhao having a look, dumping it in off of the glass down into the corner. Goalie watching. And number 15, Chen, sends it back up to number 16, Willard. And it comes out of the zone with number 61. And a big move. And I'm not sure, I think Hale saved that. And it came around the back of the net.
There, I think.
Yeah. And now they remember that this is a checking game, but there's an arm in the air. And it might go on Queensland, I'm not sure. Yeah. Boarding again. You're right on that boarding clinic. I think we've got a player coming here. Unfortunately for Queensland, they will be on the penalty kill.
Let's see who's coming. I think it might be the captain here.
Not a big surprise. Dane Arthur's no stranger to the penalty box, and he's come back here today. Captain of the team is going to sit with us for 2 minutes for boarding.
Yeah, this will come as no shock to you, Amy. I see a lot of myself in young Arthur here, and he and I both get victimised by younger players,
because
smaller players.
Of your size?
Oh, I'm not saying it's because of our size, but we do get victimised by the referees. That's all I'm saying.
Big or smaller. I have heard other hockey players make that complaint. You'd be shocked to know that I rarely get a penalty myself.
That is shocking. Yeah.
Here we go. Maybe I'm not aggressive. Who knows? Or I can, Anyway, here we go. Back in the play. Penalty kill. 133 remaining. Oh, I'm not sure if that clock is running correctly or not. It kind of looks. Oh no, it's skipping numbers. So yeah, we cannot count on what's on the clock. We have to count on our friend here in the penalty box taking control. That Hunter passes that across to his D partner. Big shot and a save from Hale.
Yeah, I believe Arthur is out at 3:03 on the clock.
So every time the clock stops, it automatically resets correctly.
Yeah.
So there is 120.
Yeah, it's when the play is running and then the player wants to get out, but it's actually not correct. Yeah.
So you are correct. 3:03 is the time for Arthur to leave the box, if not sooner. Score 1-0 in favor of what? It says the home team. Yeah. And back behind the play, number 55, sending it out to number 77, Dowdy. Dowdy moving the puck, just being pestered by Cunningham. Cunningham gets it away from him for a moment. He was successful in that. Picked up again by Abdulin. Abdulin being bumped over. And Crampton, one of the bigger bodies on the Queensland team, saved from Hale. Abdulin fighting for that puck. And so much mess happening there, but it's back to Abdulin. Abdulin off the boards. He decides to let his teammate Liu take it, but it goes over his stick back to Fialka. Fialka sends it back to Abdulin. Abdulin drags it out from under the Zamboni gate. We have 30 seconds roughly remaining on that penalty. That one bobbling around behind the goal again. Victoria's just really stuck behind the goal at this point. Queensland has been very successful keeping them out of shooting range. Number 16, Willard, settling the puck, trying to set something up, takes a shot across. Fialka wasn't there. He's come in now to do something with it. I'm going to move out of the way with 3 seconds, and Queensland clears it just before that penalty comes off, and Arthur is clear and back on the ice. 5-on-5 hockey. Successful penalty kill for Queensland. Here we go, number 77. Look at that speed. Dowie moving that puck, coming around behind. We've got 9 shots now for Victoria. Willard just not able to stop the puck there. Battling for it against Gabriel Duffy. Pops back out to Victoria. Liu going to enter the zone now. He's got Ouimet watching. Good save from Hale. And coming back the other way, Alex Corser. Corser spent some time in Canada. As we said before, he passes that to Campbell. Campbell shot, big rebound opportunity, but Queensland not able to get there, passing it out to Ouimet. Ouimet taking another shot, another save. Exciting play for Queensland. I think we have a lot of the women here from Queensland watching the game. They're up at the glass. Some of them are sisters for the brothers playing here. Abdulin now coming in on Ouimet. Goes off the leg of Hale. Abdulin tries again. and Hale freezes that, no problem.
Love the way Queensland are going about it at the moment. They're sort of a little outgunned, to be honest, but yeah, look, the heart is well and truly in it. I think they've kind of taken this Victorian team by surprise a little bit here, Amy, because, yeah, look, the Queensland team, they want it. You know, you look at the scoreboard, it's only 3 shots to 12, but there have been 3 very quality shots that very much could have made this a 3-1 game if it weren't for the goalie at the other end.
That one was shot by Preston, gloved out of the air by Hale. Not sure that counted as a shot, would have been a bit wide, I think. Again, the faceoff won by Victoria. Victoria is excellent at winning the faceoff so far in this game. There are a few players for Queensland who are also very good at winning the faceoff. That one off the post, bouncing up in the air, and Victoria trying to set up something else. Oh, big hit from Watts. That one shoveled out on Jeanette and saved.
And just the Victorian player just shakes it off. Big hit. Yeah, turned him into a Beyblade for a while there, but
yeah, Watts likes to throw his body around. His sister's a completely different player. She's all about her speed and controlling the puck and just moving the puck, and Watts likes to throw his body wherever he can.
Yeah, I know which one I side with.
I'm sure you do. Cunningham working on that, but not able to win the face-off. That's gone up into the glass and out, and Zhu is trying to muscle past Ivans. Zhu controlling the puck, and I've got to remember not to lean too far over the ice, but Abdullah now. We don't like to see Abdullah there, but he's again staying behind the goal. Number 10's going to take a shot. That one pops up into the air. That was from Adams. Back to the other side. And Hunter moving that. Nice skating moves, and another save right in the breadbasket of Hale. Hale's taken 15 shots already in the first period, with 1:06 remaining.
But he's been stand out. Like, there's been shots coming from everywhere, and he's just been all over it. He's let the one through, but to be honest, that one I wouldn't have even said was his fault. He's been absolutely flawless apart from that.
And here we go. Cunningham staying in center against Willert. That one, I think Willert won it. Not sure. Back to Ivans. And Ivans and Willert. Willert still with the puck, changing direction. He pops it out to Cunningham. Cunningham takes the opportunity, sent out for a one-timer that got blocked. And Cunningham comes out with it, one-on-one. He takes a shot that's blocked, goes into the boards, and he picks up the rebound himself, sends it to Ouimet. Ouimet tries to take a shot, and that one's interrupted by Victoria. Victoria is moving as fast as they can, and you can see Queensland trying to do the same. Nor angled that one out, keeping that safe. A big block by Ouimet, and a goal on the rebound.
Yeah, I think the player came through, tripped over their own goalie stick, their own Queensland goalie stick. The goalie lost his stick, went far post where the stick would normally be, and yeah, straight in for a goal.
I don't know what I heard. I thought it was Abdullah from Dowhy, but I'm not entirely sure that's correct. So we will try to find the stats and get updated as quickly as we can on that as well. Courser's taking the face-off against Hunter. Courser controlling that. Hunter charging at it and going in the zone. Big hit from Duffy. I've not seen Duffy throw his body that much before, so that was great work from him. And coming back around the other side, Spoljerovic trying to get the puck away from number 24, Zhu. Zhu moving around. What Queensland's doing well is keeping Victoria to the edges, to the perimeter of the ice, defensively. What they did yesterday is they had 3 defenders on at all times, so if there was any kind of breakaway, we didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
That's the end of the first period.
Yeah, they did very well, keeping them wide, not kind of limiting the amount of shots they were taking on the goalie rather. But yeah, they're unsuccessful in 2, but a very, very good effort by the Queensland squad. Just a little update on those goal scorers just before at the 32nd mark. It was Eason Liu with the goal, Declan Adams and Blake Dowhy with the assist.
So that's Dowhy with 10 goals for the tournament already and an assist. So he's had his 10th he had a power play goal, his 10th goal. So he's got to be one of the scoring leaders, I would think.
I think it'd be neck in net with Benetti. Just say that 3 times. Neck and net with Benetti. I think Benetti.
Oh, Benetti was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, he was very, very good. So it'd be very close to him. I think the two of them have sort of been going up and down.
I'm actually going to check that right now. Scoring leader Joseph Benetti 13 points. Blake Dowhey 13 points. So yeah, neck and neck.
Yeah, wow. So yeah, they'll probably be having their own little competition amongst themselves, I'd assume.
Xavier Hale's the leading goalie at the moment. And he's in net with Issa Creasy, the second goalie. He's also the goalie for Queensland. So those two have seen a lot of shots in this tournament. Despite their position on the ladder, Queensland's doing really well in that area. We do have goalie coaches, fortunately, down in Queensland, wherever we are, to the side, where are we down? I don't know where we're up.
Up and to the right.
I get very confused sometimes about where we're at, but that's all right. All right, we're ready for face-off in the second period. Players are coming out. Goalie is changing direction. And we'll get right back to work. Score is 2-0 in favor of Victoria. 15-minute periods we have. Queensland will want to get on the board. Alex Corser is going to take this face-off in center. Against Willard.
My second mum, Dion Shearer, told me off for my beanie, so I've been gifted a IHA beanie.
What kind of beanie did you have before?
Just mum said it looked a bit ratty, so I had to take it off.
Thank you, Dion.
But I think part of it was just letting everyone know who might be down there here this weekend. The merch store is open, and you can buy heaps of merch in there.
It was an attempted shot by Simmons. I'm not sure if it counted or not. It was a little bit wide, but we are coming out of the zone now. Alex Corser being hunted by Willard. Back over to Dane Arthur. Dane Arthur making a move now. He's got 2 defenders in front of him. He powers it through. I think he had it. I don't know if that made it all the way to the net.
I think it deflected off the goalie there, hit the glove.
It is a shot, so that one came up now. 4 shots, first shot of the period. Corser following number 77 and a save by Xavier Hale.
Yeah, that was a great effort there from young Hunter. Yeah, just kind of threaded the needle. Yeah, I don't know how he did it. He had puck on a string there and just ripped it.
Dane Arthur normally doesn't move that fast, so I was enjoying watching that. It's really great.
Yeah. I usually pick a favourite player every game, and I think Dane Arthur's got my heart now.
Oh, a whiff on the puck and creates a turnover opportunity. Trying to come through. Dobrinov was eager. That one passed across now, bobbling the puck a bit. Ollie Watts takes a shot at the goalie. Good opportunity, and another opportunity, but a frozen puck right in front of the net.
Yeah, that was good stuff from Queensland. I'm not sure if you noticed there, Amy, but they threw someone in front of the goalie real early, knowing that the shot would probably have to come from pretty far out. And having that screen in close and ready for the rebound could be the way that we see Queensland get on the board here.
This is why we've got you in color, Jim. You're doing your work.
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Watts at the face-off. Can't quite see who the other player is. Number 21, Angus Hunter, yep. Here we come out to Ouimet, keeping it in, getting it to the stick of Oliver Watts. Oliver Watts spinning around. Jeannot trying to help. Jeannot gets a little shot, but it goes behind the net. Dobrinov picking it up. Dobrinov leaving it back to Watts. That one, attempted shot and not frozen. Watts not getting pushed away.
It turned into the UFC for a little bit
yes.
there as someone went from an RKO. But yeah, I mean, that's what you got to do when someone's hammering at your goalie there. You just got to move them out of the way. That
shot not registered on the board, so must have been a little bit into the post. Cunningham now taking that face off against Hunter. Cunningham, I think, got a stick on it, but it's coming out with Abdulin. Abdulin with speed. He's got those racing stripes on his helmet, and he is fast. Sends it across, and a goal for Victoria. He sent that right over to Zhu. Zhu was ready. It was a set play. Hale had no hope.
Yeah, buried that like a secret in a small town, as they say. And, yeah, he's away with it.
Did you see how hard the official had to pry that puck out of the net? It was deep in there.
Yeah, it wasn't a soft goal.
55 and 21.
That's the 18th shot. Victoria's up 3-0 to Queensland. And Queensland fans are cheering for them, trying to rally them. Cunningham there at the face-off. Crampton trying to charge ahead, and Dowie with the puck. Crampton trying to do something to get him away from it. Number 28 for Queensland, Zhao sending it around the other way, and it's behind with Victoria now. They're passing it across. Opportunity again for Abdulin. Ouimet is watching. Abdulin, wow, good shoulder save from Hale, goes up and over. He did a great job of redirecting that puck. And he's got his defenders right in front of him, watching as much as possible with his center there. So there's always 3 people trying to defend. Preston takes a shot. They tried to redirect it. Caught in the feet of Hamish Corser, but another goal. Not sure who scooped that one up.
Yeah, that's a greasy goal there.
Looks like possibly 24-21-55.
The Victorian kids actually pulled out my favourite Sally there. I'm not sure if you missed it.
I missed it.
It's called the business meeting. It's where you and the person that gives you primary exist take a glove off each, and then you do a handshake with no expression. It's called the business meeting. Yeah.
I do like it when it is all business.
It's all business apparently down in Victoria, but yeah, that's it just shows that the kids have culture and class, I guess.
That brings us up 4-0 for Victoria. Dowie moving the puck, trying to come in the zone. Duffy tried to shake him off of it. Sent back around the boards, over to number 61, Eason Liu. And a shot from Willard. Back around to Liu. Liu taken away by Ouimet. We've got Willard standing in front of the goal. It comes out of the zone. There's a lot of checking in front of us, and I know to move back now. Dowie moving that puck in and setting up another play to the captain, number 61, Liu. That one floats into the corner. Charles Knorr hunting, following. Liu's going to set up something, leaves it behind to Willard. Willard, quick move, takes a small hit from Ouimet. They're drawing the players in by controlling that puck. Queensland had it for a hot moment. Ouimet picking it up. Coming out with Corser now. Corser has some good agility and good puck control. Back and forth around behind the goalie. I can't believe that the goalies enjoy that very much. And here we come out of the zone. Fialka's going to pick that up easily, has time. Dowie following, Duffy hunting.
Please, I can give it to me.
And Fialka sending it up past the Victorian player over to Ouimet to send it back to Corser. Corser trying to get it into the zone. He does so. Fialka put a hit on him. Dowie again with the puck. Up to 22 shots for Victoria, 4 shots for Queensland. And Ouimet chases that down, avoids a hit. Over to Knorr. Knorr skates a little bit past the puck, creating an opportunity for Victoria. The Queensland player bumped him off. Again, that was Duffy. Good hitting today, Duffy. Hits the player, separates him from the puck, but Fialka now with the puck. Victoria still in control. Queensland having a partial change, swept away by Hale. And coming into the corners now, comes out of the zone again. Number 63, Chambers. I was just going to look up who got that last goal, but there's so much happening in front of me, it's a bit difficult to tell.
Yeah, it's a very fast-paced game here. It's hard to...
It was Abdulin from Hunter and Preston.
Yeah, I think we can probably memorize some of those names at this point.
Abdulin's on the list for sure. He's trying to get up there on the points ladder, I think. Here we go. Victoria resetting. Passing it out to number 20, Wang. So I haven't seen Wang too much yet in this game. He has 13 out front. Possible that Victoria's putting out their third line. Number 20, Wang with the puck again, passing it back out to the point. Number 43 taking a shot. Gloved down by Hale and picked up in the corner by Victoria. Cunningham putting a little hit on that one. Backhanded out of the zone by number 28. Zhao, and an offside for Queensland.
Yeah, not much in it. Hey, Victoria are they're pushing very hard. Queensland are continuing to keep them wide, but I think Victoria know what tricks they're up to now because, yeah, Victoria, there's a lot of outside edge, there's a lot of stop-go to make that defensive structure change. And, yeah, every time they have made them change and Queensland can't adjust, Victoria have burnt them.
Cunningham had come away with that puck, but Victoria took it away and re-entered the Queensland territory. And now Arthur again making a move. So we'll see if he can power his way through. He takes a shot, just goes wide into the boards. Back to Crampton. Crampton puts a huge hit on.
Big reverse hit. Wow. That was huge. I felt that.
He's been learning to use his body this past year or so, and he's done so effectively. We had the privilege of traveling with the Cramptons and the Cunninghams in Canada earlier this year to get some training in for our kids, and you can see that paying off.
Yeah, wow. What was he doing practicing against brick walls?
I didn't see him do that while we were in Canada.
Yeah, wow.
Spoljarevic's hunting that one, presses the player into the boards. Victoria trying to get a shot off. A messy. That one went up and over. There's a delayed penalty on Queensland.
Yeah, I think it was a check to the back or cross-checking that they're going to call.
Will it be on Spoljarevic again? I think it's Dane Arthur coming our way.
Yeah, look, you're going to laugh, but I don't see that one. I think that was
it's Spoljarevic this time.
There you go.
So those two.
Yeah, look, a bit of an unfortunate one. I think the VIC player kind of ducked as the check was coming through, and yeah, it looked bad, but would I give it away? Obviously, I'm standing in the box with a kid with a cage and a stick in his hand, so no, I wouldn't give it.
That is the first penalty of the second period, and we're getting the time told to us. A shot from Lou goes very wide. Hamish Corser is going to go for that. He's also playing in the Ginsburg tournament, and so one of the younger players here, and he thinks he'll be very ready for Ginsburg after playing under 15 hockey. Here we go, back around Queensland, getting it out of the zone. Willert passing it over to Lou. Lou stopping it, entering the zone, trying to control it between the legs, gets it to Abdulin. We don't want Abdulin with the puck if we don't want them to score. He sent it to Willert, couldn't get the shot off. Willard over into the corner, passes it back to Dowhy. They've got their power play line out there. You can see it. Captain taking the puck, and Lou moving around, creating space, and a big save, a second save by Hale. 2 saves and a little bit of pushy-shovey in front of the net.
Yeah, getting to know each other down there, just giving them a bit of a, come on, get a move on.
1:04 remaining in the power play for Victoria. So that will be 6:34 when we see, or sooner, when we see Spoljarevic come out of the box. And back to even strength unless something else happens in the meantime. To me, it looks like Cunningham's going to take that face-off against Hunter. Cunningham controls the face-off, but the Victorian player was sneaky behind him. That one, I think, a save, coming back out to number 24. 24 leaving it for Chin. Chin sending it back to Zhu. Zhu sending it across the ice and picked up by number 43, Simmons. Simmons sending it in, and Arthur trying to get control, not able to do so. Zhu behind the net. Zhu sends out, stopped by number 28, Zhao, and loose puck and another goal. That was just unfortunate. Hale didn't have time to get back into position, and it slipped in behind his left leg.
Yeah, that was a terrific, I believe that was on his backhand. That was a very quick little goal right next to the player's skates, sent it top shelf. Yeah, the goalie was already down, had really no chance of getting that.
You're not going to believe this, but I just saw a player yawn.
Okay, wow,
They haven't gotten enough sleep today.
Yeah, not enough sleep, or,
I'm going to take it as that. They're tired from the hard play.
Yeah.
Here we are, right in front of us. Duffy making a play, getting into Victoria territory, but taken away from him by Nelson. He's going to keep fighting for that against Chen. And it's coming back the other way. Gets past Ivans, but stop there. Ivans has a chance. He sends it straight back in. And Duffy's going to chase that down, but Victoria again taking control. I think that Queensland, if possible, needs to start getting their passing game running, or they're just not as big and as fast as this Victoria team. There's a big shot from the point from We Met into the boards. Victoria muscling their way. Again, Duffy is having a great game today. He sends it back around to, I think that's Corser, and yeah, the 2 alt captains, and it's just sitting there behind the net. They get back to Corser. Corser still controlling it. He's coming in, leaves it behind a We Met. We Met takes a shot and a save. 5th shot of the game. in the second period, 6:08.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're really, the Queensland are really struggling to break it out of their own zone. And I think it comes down to the fact that they're trying to play a speed game to match Team Victoria here.
But look at the size of the players.
Well, exactly, and that's what I was about to say. I think Queensland can actually start playing a bit of a physical size game to try and slow these Victorian guys down. Because what's going on at the moment doesn't really work. But I think if they pivot, they might be okay.
That one went past Corser, left in front of the net. Good save by Hale. I hope his hips are okay with that one. It comes back out to the point to 63. Back into the corner for Liu to collect. Liu off of the boards around to the other side for Willard. Willard getting there before Hamish Corser. Arthur sending it away from danger, but sent back in. And now an opportunity for Janot. Janot gets across the red line and sends it into the corner. And Watts is chasing it. Comes around the other side. No one there. Dowie. Oh, Dowie leaves it. Opportunity for Queensland, but no. Victoria picks it up. Number 63 making a run. Chambers sends it behind the goal. Back out the other side to Liu. Liu coming around again. And Charles Knorr trying to get it out of danger. Sends it up and across. And Queensland clears it. Chambers again with that puck. I mean, yeah, if you look at the height of the players on the Victorian team, they're quite tall. They have long legs. They move fast. And they have a lot of agility as well.
A lot of reach as well. They're baiting the Queensland team into throwing those hits where it may not actually be necessary because, you know, the Queensland team, their eyes light up because they're about to light someone up.
Shot from Preston, blocked in front of the net by Knorr. I wonder if he felt that. I heard it. Watts fighting for it. Knorr trying to get the puck away. That one pops up and over the goal, off of the glass. Crampton trying to send that up. I think that's Crampton. I must be not sure now. Yeah, Crampton. Crampton chasing Preston. Preston pressed away by Knorr. Knorr using his body. That one swept away behind the back of the net. And Cunningham now coming after Abdulin. Takes the puck away from Abdulin, but swings on it and can't get the power on it that he wants. Knorr trying to help him. Abdulin in front of the net and a goal. Abdulin, I said he's got that racer stripe on the top of his helmet.
For a reason, I think.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's all over it. But yeah, I think this Victorian team knows that this Queensland team wants to, you know, separate their heads from their bodies, and they're kind of using that to their advantage, baiting them into it, and then just dragging around them with the speed, and making these odd man rush opportunities from there.
Line change for Victoria. Meanwhile, Queensland's still sending out their players. Alex Corser against Nelson. Corser controls that, gets it back. Sent back to Ivans. Ivans sends it forward. Preston sends it back in the other direction. Picked off by Alt-Captain Duffy. Duffy, like I said, playing a very physical game, which I've not seen him do back at home. So it's nice to see that developing here in this tournament. Back around to number 20, dragging it across in front of Hale and a save, but it not frozen for a moment. Finally frozen. And I think the net has come off. A lot of cheering for the Victorian side and also the Queensland fans cheering for their goalie.
Yeah, tough for a goalie in situations like this. 29 shots rather.
Shots.
It's a lot of shots and not an entire game yet.
So I would keep watching. You might see Creasy come out in the third, given what Hale has to go through in 2 periods, and you want both of the goalies to stay healthy. I'm not sure. We'll just wait and see what happens in the third period. Ivan's trying to get control of that puck, pushing the player. The player's down on their knees, still playing the puck. Back around for number 20, Nelson. Shot blocked. That was
incredible.
That was
incredible.
Really good. That was incredible. You can see, like, that's why these goalies have such high save percentages. They're getting everything thrown at them, while the forwards aren't able to move the puck the way that they want to. It's just a little bit of an even play for Queensland at the moment. Duffy got on it for a minute. Nelson's trying to drag that out and fighting for it with Ivans. Back out to Willard. Willard trying to wrap around. Of course, they're stopping him from doing that. And Ouimet has a nice pass up, just goes past Alex Corser. He gets there, stops that, takes the shot, goes wide, behind the goal. And Campbell is trying to interrupt something now. Right in front of the net, another shot, a loose puck, and a goal for Queensland.
There we go.
Gabriel Duffy with the goal.
Yeah, that's a class act there from Queensland. They are very tenacious just after that goal, and I think that caught Victoria napping there. It just goes to show that it just takes one shot to score one goal, and yeah, Queensland do very well.
6 shots, 1 goal for Queensland, 29 shots and 6 goals for Victoria.
You love to see them on the board at the very least. You know, they work really hard.
Well, you
for
can
that
see
goal.
how happy they are about that. Cunningham taking that face-off against Willard now, and the top line for Victoria back out again. They're going to move that puck straight back into Queensland territory. 2:24 remaining in the second period. Cunningham giving everything he has at that. A shot goes behind the goal. Back out to Chin. Chin taking a shot, trying to deflect it was Willard. Willard not able to do anything with it. It's going to float out. No, poked back in. No offside.
Yeah, barely offside there. I think it's just squeaked over. We haven't got an update on that score
no,
just
yet. I was looking for it as well, but if you're watching, I won't watch. I'll watch the game.
The 1-4 was Gabriel Duffy unassisted. And then we do have an up. Is it?
Yeah, that's Gabriel Duffy's for Queensland, so unassisted.
He was unassisted, and before that was Mikhail Abdulin unassisted. That puts Abdulin on 3 points for the game.
That's incredible. So Hattie for Abdulin. Shot on for Queensland. That's their 7th shot of the game now. Back around. Not registered on the board, however. Maybe they thought it wouldn't float all the way there to the goalie at that point. A little bit of a breakaway, kept away. Abdulin is just a terror out there. He is so fast. That one sent back around, picked up by number 15, Chen. Chen getting a little bit of pressure from Oliver Watts. He gets to the puck, but I cannot see anything happening down there. Corser is there for backup. Coming out, comes out Abdulin again, but you see Ouimet block that and keep it back the other way, makes a turnover, sends it out to Watts. Back over to 21, Angus Hunter. Hunter back to the defender, number 11, Chin. Chin sends a nice pass to Abdulin. Ivans keeps it in twice. And now Dobrinov. Dobrinov sends it across. And a goal! That was a beautiful set play.
That was
over
fantastic.
to Oliver Watts.
Mate, what restraint there. He could have just blasted it himself for the goal. Saw his man on the back door and just ripped it.
His sister is going crazy over there on the glass. That's Georgia Watts cheering for her brother, Oliver Watts. That's a beautiful thing to see.
And you don't see it as often these days, the big wind-up shot. But yeah, young Oliver Watts there just buries it.
Goalie's getting hyped up by the Victorian players. He's taken 2 goals in this period, 1:09 remaining.
Couple of beauties though.
That was a really hard play to defend against. This one rolling back, Spoljerovic controlling it, sends it out to Campbell. Campbell pops that, comes out of the zone, over to Corser. Corser sends it in, repositioning himself. Adams with the puck now for Victoria, right behind his own goal. Sends it out to number 13, who taken away by Corser. Corser to Duffy. Oh, just out of reach. Duffy almost got the shot off, but couldn't. Wang trying to make a move now. Spoljerovic watching. That puck just rolling and taken away by Duffy. Somebody's lost their stick. Duffy sends it around to Charles Knorr. Charles Knorr has a chance. He sends a hard pass over to Corser. Corser takes a shot. Saved by the Victoria goalie. McMillan, I think I haven't said his name. I'm sorry, McMillan. I should be talking about you a lot more, but there hasn't been that many shots on, but we have 8 shots on now. Here we go. Campbell, good pass to Corser. You can see there's a fire lit under Queensland. Another shot goes wide. Back into the corner. 3 seconds remaining in the period. Queensland really desperate to do something, but that is the end of the period. We will come back. It is 6-2. 30 shots for Victoria.
Yeah, wow. Victoria have been putting on a bit of a clinic here, but with that being said, I've been super impressed this whole tournament. There's not a single team that's been down by a couple of goals that's given up, and this Queensland team is no exception. They're putting boots to the ground. They couldn't give a stuff for what the scoreline is, and they're trying their darndest.
I will just say on that, they played against, I think it was New South Wales. I was talking to one of the New South Wales moms, and she said that was a terrible game against Queensland from her perspective. For us, it was fantastic because Queensland didn't let up, and they took it to a shootout.
Yeah, they got that dog in them, these Queensland boys, and yeah, no, full credit to them.
We'll be back in 15.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final period of Queensland versus Victoria. If you're just tuning in now, Victoria are leading by 4 goals. They got 4 goals up. They're pretty hot on the trot, to be honest, but Team Queensland, all credit to them, haven't let them run away with this one. They've clawed back 2 goals and been tenacious all the way through.
I'm just going to follow up with my commentary from the previous period and say that Hale has remained in net. I did see Issa Creasy. He is here, but Hale is still in net. He's doing a phenomenal job for Queensland, having faced 30 shots already today. And we're in the 3rd period. Back in Victoria's zone, coming out now. We were there briefly. Simmons sends it across. Hale sweeps that away and hit on from the Queensland player who's having trouble getting up. And he does. Back around in the corner for Victoria. Trying to do something with it is Willard. And back around we go past Cunningham and over to Fialka. Fialka passes it out of the zone to Abdulin, and we know Abdulin has speed and he can do something with it. Crampton's pressuring him a bit. Crampton picked that off, and what's the whistle? It's going to be a call on Queensland,
Yeah,
I think.
it was from about 30 seconds ago. I think it was interference.
No, boarding.
Boarding.
It's our favorite penalty of the day.
Yeah, loves the boarding.
Boarding penalty on Zhao.
28 Queensland, 2 minutes for boarding.
2 minutes for boarding on number 28, Musa Zhao. The assistant coach having chat with the referee. The assistant coach is an official in Queensland. He has officiated a number of my games, and he's also a commentator. His name is Blair Ivans, and he's done some of the games here for us this week.
Yeah, a bit of a hard one for Team Queensland there. It was quote-unquote a metre off the boards.
Almost a goal right there, but it's waved off. Hale doing the starfish in the goal. Everything to stop that.
But yeah, apparently a metre off the boards, but yeah, I don't know about you, Amy. When you're flying around at full speed, it's pretty hard to get out your measuring tape and say, oh, that's about a metre.
Yeah, very difficult to know how far away you are. Especially when you're playing hockey, you're not necessarily thinking about that. That one's won by Victoria, comes back to Dowie. Dowie across this power play line out, swept across to Abdulin, and a right-hand corner up and down.
That is a insane shot. That is
absolutely. Abdulin has a future in hockey.
Yeah, look, I think write his name down. I might get him to sign something quickly because it might be worth something one day.
He might charge you. I think he's probably ready to go. That's Mikhail Abdulin. I don't know how many goals he's had in this game. Have you seen?
So he had 3 points when I last brought it up, and one of them was a goal. So now he'd have 4 points and 2 goals.
Here we go. Victoria's setting it up and blocked by Janot. Watts picks it up, sent back over to Hamish Corser. Corser gets it past Wang, gets it over to Dobrinov, but goes a little bit too hard, and Chin will collect that and take it out of danger, sending it back out to Hu. Hu entering the zone. Hamish Corser watching. Big collision. Several players down. No arms in the air yet. And I think this is Dobrinov. No, Janot sent that across. Got into the zone, but handed it over to Victoria kind of right away. Wang now with the puck coming around, looking for an opportunity. Corser stops him in front of the goal. Corser with the puck, sends it back the other way. Arthur will collect it now. Arthur, your favorite player, Jim. Got caught in the skates of Janot. Chin picks it up and is moving that puck around, loses an edge, doesn't fall over. Arthur again making an attempt, and maybe he'll skate it himself. I think he might. No, he decides to take a pass, keeping it away. Sends it possibly to Dobrinov, but doesn't get there. Adams now. Adams sends it to Hu. And what Victoria has going for them is this nice passing. That one's sent across to Wang, poked away, and number 21 takes a shot wide and goes around the boards. Back to Crampton. Crampton to Zhao. Zhao, who just came out of the penalty box. He takes a giant hit. There will be a penalty. That was not a nice hit at all. Crampton trying to get a shot off. Cunningham for a goal. So I think that penalty will be declined.
That will not be a penalty because of that incredible shot. As you
Did
just,
the goalie come off? I don't think he even got off all the way.
I think he kind of half got off and then realised they scored and then went in for the celly.
Emmett Cunningham, can you see on the board how many? Oh, we haven't looked. Cunningham will be coming up in points as well for this tournament, bringing that 7-3. So again, it's not. It's looking difficult for Queensland at this moment, but they have not given up, as you said before. They're going to keep going. Cunningham's going to take that face-off, but there's a problem with the equipment of number 28, Zhao. He's adjusting his helmet and putting his gloves back on. And Abdulin, what a legend, handing him a stick and helping him to get going. Face-off won by Cunningham, sent forward to Zhao. Zhao settling that, passing it back, and again, just straight to Victorian play. Zhu had it for a moment. Cunningham takes it away and gives Abdulin almost an opportunity, but Cunningham playing with speed, sending it back to Met. That energized them a bit, that 9th shot and 3rd goal. I saw the Victorian goalie staying warm in between the periods. Crampton with the puck, backhands it over to Cunningham. Those two love to play with each other. Cunningham sends it back to Crampton, but sent it offside. Right idea, wrong moment. How are we going, Jim?
I'm trying to have a look. Who is the player? You're wondering where he is on the
Cunningham.
points?
How's he going with his points? He just got the last goal.
Cunningham, it may not have updated yet. It doesn't look like he's in the top 5. But
Oh, no, I don't think he would be in the top 5, but I'm just wondering where he's at with his game. Face-off won by Corser, back to Spoljerovic. Spoljerovic sends it up to Dowhy.
I think Abdullah was only handed his stick because he was worried if he took too long he wouldn't be able to get his hat-trick, to be honest.
He wanted to speed up the play.
Yeah, come on, let's get it going. I've got a hat-trick to get.
Fair comment. I just thought he was being a legend. Here we go. Who sends it across, denied by Hale and sent out of the zone. Might be icing, no, waved off already. And Fialka to pick it up. Send around. And Queensland's going to chase that. Looks like Willard gets there first, so not icing. Willard with the puck. 2 players crash into the boards, not stopping Willard. Willard going to move that with patience, handing it off to Dowhy. Taken away by Corser. Corser is trying to shake off Willard. It's good for these players to play against each other. You know, it just continues to build their development. Duffy looking for a pass, taps it out, kept in by Dowhy. Unfortunately, Queensland has to change direction. Another shot leg saved by Hale. Back under the Zamboni gate. Dowhy still with that puck. Out to the point, Fialka. Fialka to Chambers. Chambers, nice little move there. Over to Hale. A backhand goal. Just pulled Hale out of position. Rebound goes in. I think that's Dowhy with the goal.
Yeah, there's some pretty soft mitts with Dowhy there. He collected it backhand, pulled it forehand, and shot it real low. But yeah, you're totally right. It all helps in development. I mean, a lot of these Queensland kids are probably the best in their state, I assume. Obviously, that's why they're here.
Oh yeah, they're the best in the state.
They are the best, but they don't get
Victoria has a lot more players than Queensland. We've basically got Brisbane. I think all of these players are from Brisbane.
Yeah, and you only get better against playing better players or better teams, if you will. And yeah, I think it'll all come in the development of the sport.
I don't know what hockey's like in Perth. Oh, here's your favorite player, Arthur, making a move in. Player crashes down and takes him out. And everybody's down, but no arms in the air. Sorry about that. But in Queensland, there's basically 2 clubs. They see the same players week after week. And it's not unless they go to a tournament or to some camps or to another country that they really get to develop against other players and see what they're made of.
Yeah, it's weird in Perth. There's 4 clubs. I'm actually the president of one, so I won't tell you which one. Yeah, I know. It's the classic case of no one wanted to do it, so I put my hand up. But
good save there. Sorry, that was just a shot taken.
Yeah, 4 clubs, but there's also what's called Perth Summer League. So it's a drafted league that's run over summer.
And we do the same.
Yeah, and so it's full of Thunder players, ex-AHL players, a couple of ex-NHLers as well. So you get a lot of the kids coming through playing that against much bigger guys and much more skilled guys than themselves. So it's a humbling experience for some 15-year-olds coming in as we see a penalty.
Tripping call.
Coming here, tripping.
We're too busy chatting. It's going to be on Janot. Janot to the box for 2 minutes for tripping on Queensland. Power play to Victoria. It is 8-3, the score at the moment. I might ask Jeanot to move back a little bit if I can't see, but Willard's going to take that face off, winning it, and had Alex Corser there, walking the line. Dowie keeps it in, takes a shot, blocked by Ouimet. Ouimet doing everything he can to stop that play, but it's very messy in front of the net. And Ouimet taking time, not being pressured at all. He clears it, goes off of Abdulin, and that hurt Abdulin. Goes all the way down to the end of the ice. Just going to say that was the 4th goal for Cunningham for the tournament. That's what I was trying to find before.
Yeah, sorry, I did.
Dowie's had 11 goals, so that was his 11th goal. Here we go. Again, Dowie looking for his 12th, possibly. Redirecting 112. It is the power play to Victoria. Saved by Hale. Back around to the other side. Big hit. Looked like teammates colliding.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Friendly fire. Ouimet again trying to save that from happening, but there is that power play goal. Going to 9 goals for Victoria. 9-3 now. End of the power play.
Yeah, I think it was opportunity Fiala that got that. It was pretty hard to see, to be honest. But yeah, just backdoor slots it in. But yeah, some of these Victorian kids, they have hands for days. And we saw that on full display just then. Just Queensland just not being able to take their hands off it.
I just noticed that Willard also has racing stripes on his helmet, so it's not just Abdul with the stripes. That one now in the hands of number 10, Wang. Wang over to 23, Nelson. Back in front of the goal. Crampton was there. Opportunity for Zhao, not able to get the shot off. Good opportunity for Queensland. Arthur keeping it in now, picked up by Nelson, sent out just past Cunningham's stick, but he re-enters the zone. He's tripped. Nobody saw it, except for me. Back over. Oh, there is a whistle.
A very rare slap shot. You don't see the fabled slap shot very often these days at all. And yeah, it just came in and cranked it.
Goalie checking his face, having a drink. That is McMillan in goal, showing the flow and resetting. Did he get hit in the head, Jim? I'm not sure. I don't think I saw it.
I think the slap shot came in, glanced potentially the helmet. So he's just probably checking the anchoring on the helmet there.
That power play goal came in at 8:21. It was Liu from Fialka. So number 61 with the goal, his 5th goal of the tournament, and Fialka for the assist. Cunningham facing off now again against number 23. Gets it back to Arthur. Arthur trying to take a shot. Arthur still with the puck now. Sent back behind the goal. Oh, Cunningham sends it out to Crampton. Not able to get there. Zhao now trying to get there, and it's taken away by number 20, Wang. Wang coming into the zone. He has Corser angling him. He sends it out front, picked off by Cunningham. Cunningham to Crampton. Like I said, these two love to play together, but Crampton just loses a second of control, and it goes to Chin. Cunningham for a change. Crampton's going to pressure Chin. Chin sends it back around to Wang. And here we go. Watts, but sent straight back onto the stick of one of the Victorian players, and Abdulin coming on strong against Corser. Back into the corner. Corser using his body every way that he can. He's a small player. Like I said, he's playing under 13 hockey as well, but he's having a phenomenal tournament. Here we come, back out. Again, Crampton, nope, stopped by Abdulin, sent back to Wang. Wang pops it out to Hunter, but not able to score. Hunter fighting for it. Arthur using his body. Hunter trying to make some space. Queensland not really letting him do that. Pass out missed by Abdulin, and they're kind of backing off a bit. They give it, oh, big hit in front of us from Watts onto Chin, but Chin just didn't even feel it. Watts, however, fell down. Here we come, re-entering the zone for Victoria. Shot goes high into the glass, bounces around, and Zhao for, I think that's Zhu. And a shot from Queensland into the corner. Nobody really doing much. Watts finally goes in. Abdulin again has Ivans, and right in front of the net, a lot of mess, but a leg save from Hale. Back out again, we go with Watts. Watts, who had a goal previously, would be looking to capitalize on his previous progress. Dobrinov trying to help, but it's come back into Queensland territory. 5:46 remaining. I'm going to run out of breath, Jim. You better start talking. It's 39 shots for Victoria so far.
Yeah, look, it's, again, Queensland just doing their best to steady the bleeding here, but some of the hand-eye on these kids is absolutely phenomenal. Cassandra Edwards, who's running our AV at the moment, is showing me some of the replays. And the fact that some of these kids can get their hands where they're getting them, you got to remember they're holding a stick, right?
Yeah.
It's not exactly an extension. Well, it is an extension of their body at this point. But yeah, some real silky mitts. And I got to say, the future of ice hockey in WA is looking strong. If this is anything to go by.
In WA or Victoria?
Just everywhere. Yeah, just everywhere.
Okay. We've had a bit of a shot up into the netting, and as I said before, that could never happen in Brisbane since we have no glass. That is a cause to reset the puck. So we are in Victorian territory. Corser's going to take the face-off against, looks like 16 Willard. That one won by Corser. Immediate shot taken, I think, by Duffy. Duffy chasing that player down for Victoria. Duffy coming around the other side, and a goal from Alex Corser. Love to see that assist from Gabriel Duffy.
Just a classic setup, a classic play, sitting back door, completely unattended.
Wait, was it Duffy? No, maybe Hunter Campbell. Duffy wasn't on the ice. I got confused. So Hunter Campbell for the assist, I think.
It was Queensland regardless. I'm pretty confident about that.
I mean, it was Alex Corser for the goal. I definitely saw it. It was a beautiful setup.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's you know, this Queensland team isn't actually that far off the mark. There's probably, well, as you can see on the board, there's probably about 5 mistakes that led to 5 goals. But realistically, when you weigh up these two teams, they're pretty evenly matched in a few areas.
Dowie coming in again with speed. Every time Queensland does something, Dowie kind of wants to take advantage. So they keep putting the first line back out again. Dowie sending it out to Chambers, sent back. Queensland fighting for it. Crampton trying to get that out. It does come out to Fialka. Fialka's a name I know from the AIHL, I think.
Yeah, it's a very familiar name. I think there's a Fiala as well in the NHL. I doubt it's any
probably not a relative.
Probably not a relative.
Oh, as you said, though, we do have some NHLers around. But
that's true.
Probably not.
Well, actually, good segue into something I've been meaning to mention.
What's that?
Nathan Walker, who I believe is an NHLer.
He is.
He is going to be in Perth watching a few games on Tuesday. As we get
exciting.
A penalty here. Yeah.
There is a penalty on Victoria. Is that boarding?
Yeah, not sure.
What's that one?
Stop while I think about it, maybe. I'm not really sure.
Again. We'll watch the replay live in front of us.
I don't know. It looks like he's doing the YMCA.
Dowie's going to the penalty box.
Roughing. There you go.
That's the one, roughing.
Yeah. But yeah, Nathan Walker will be in town on Tuesday. I assume that's why our IHA fees have gone up this year, because they afforded to get Nathan Walker all the way to Perth.
He came last year. He came to Newcastle last year. He was there for the medal ceremony as well. Right. So I think this is a tradition by this point.
Yeah, okay. All right.
He's usually got a sponsor. Skaters Network is very fond of Nathan Walker.
Yeah, right.
And so that will be exciting to see him. Some of the players did meet him last year, so it'll be good to see him again. My daughter was impressed at how tall she was next to him. So he's not a big player. But anyway, we should be talking about Queensland right now. Gabriel Duffy trying to get that puck out, and number 24, Zhu, moving it. It's out of the zone now with Corser. Corser making space, backing around, looking for an opportunity. He enters the zone, trying to get around Willard. He's down, back up again. Willard takes the puck away. Duffy almost put a hit on. Corser's still there. Duffy now with the puck. He loses control for a moment. Arthur's there to help him. He flips it up in the air. Back around the corner to Willard and to Corser coming out with it. Corser looking for another opportunity. He's got Arthur. If he can get it to Arthur, Arthur was open, but no, he didn't look that way. He went back to Duffy. Duffy now, it's looking a little bit like a power play for a moment. We've got 3:14 remaining. Nice for, Arthur, shot, blocked. I'm not sure who that hit that. That one, Cunningham, had a good hit on that puck, but it's floated back out the other side now. I think he hit something or somebody with his stick. Arthur coming the other way, trying to play clean. A lot of activity right in front of us. Duffy coming through now. We had the official trying to avoid a hit at the same time right in front of us. Fialka And Courser, Fialka moving that puck, coming around. I think they would just like the game to end at this point, but goes over the stick of Ouimet. Ouimet's going to chase it down. He's moving well behind the net and gets it away from Abdulin. Nice idea. Gets it over to Duffy. Duffy sending it across, but unfortunately Fialka's there to pick it up and send it back. Cunningham's going to try to get there before Drew shoulder checks Drew and successfully passes it. Tipped by Crampton. Back to Willard. And Willard's just going to wind that down. We have a 2:07. Their penalty has come off of the board. Oh, it was a power play.
It was, yeah. It's late in the day.
Felt like a power play, and it was a power play, and now it's not. We're even strength again. Fialka with the puck again. Watts pressuring. Watts going to chase him. Fialka, one hand on that stick, moving through with speed. He has got 3-4 defenders in front of him. Had a player in front of the net. Dowie's trying to get an assist there or a goal or something of that type, but Queensland trying to move it out of the zone. Here we go. Gabriel Duffy moving the puck into the zone. Poked by number 43, but he stays on it. Sends it. A goal for Gabriel Duffy. Look at him.
Massive goal. That was he read the play the whole way down.
I think it was him. No, maybe he didn't get it. Ouimet hooked it in. There we go. Ouimet and Duffy. Duffy gets the assist. A lot of the work done there by Gabriel Duffy for that. Ouimet's going to go over to the goalie as well.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all business Victoria, as you said, all day long, they're like, let's play.
Yeah, let's go.
Look at that, 5 goals against Victoria. Hey. It's a big deal for Queensland.
Yeah, no, and all credit to them. They've worked really hard for those 5 goals. 5 goals or 15 shots. Yeah, they did very, very well there.
Okay, Fialka again with the puck, so he's had a very long shift. And sending that out to Who out to Preston. Preston taking a shot wide. Ivans going there against Wang. Ivans, nope, taken away now. Player down, picked up by Ouimet. Ouimet maybe will make a run for it. If he's had a goal, why not have another one? Pulls that back, gives it over to Dobranov, I think. I can't tell. Of course. And back around again to Victoria. Victoria making a play. Almost stripped of the puck. Yes, Watts also almost got that puck away from him, but Simmons is taking a run now. He takes a shot. Save, no goal.
Oh.
A goal, the 10th goal of the game for Victoria. Poor Xavier Hale, I feel that one.
Yeah, there's double digits against
40
Queensland
shots.
Yeah, he's done very well. And he's been under fire this whole game. And 40 shots. You get past 20 and you're getting pretty tired.
You'd be exhausted.
You'd be exhausted.
What position do you play, Jim?
Bit of a utility, I can do it all kind of thing. But,
you play goals?
No, I play forward. Everyone just assumes I play goals for some reason.
I wouldn't assume anything.
No, I play forward mostly, and I do a very average job at playing D.
And there we go, Abdulin with the puck, and Noor trying to stop him. He tries to backhand that in. There's a penalty on the play. Who's it going to go on?
Hey, don't quote me on this, but I did hear through the grapevine that Nathan Walker was actually very, very nervous and excited to meet the commentary team. So Nathan, if you're listening now,
Nathan,
I usually say never meet your heroes, so I hope we live up to your expectations, mate.
I'm going to entice Nathan Walker. I have family in Missouri, and he played for the St. Louis Blues for many seasons, so I think he should come and say hello.
Yeah, might maybe a family dinner in it for him or something.
I mean, I think my parents would welcome Nathan Walker, but they do not live in St. Louis. Here we go, Queensland having a penalty on Charles Noor. I didn't even listen to the call because we were talking about Nathan Walker.
But Nathan wanting to see us is what we're talking about.
How selfish can we be? Another goal. The 41st shot, 7 seconds remaining. We'll let Charles Noor out of the penalty box, I think. If I get in trouble, it's my fault this time. I'm happy to wear that.
Yeah, look, I think with 8 seconds left, I don't think we're going to change the outcome at this point.
They haven't cleared the penalty from the board yet.
I reckon young fella can just get on the bench and, and get his gear together.
Probably fine.
Yeah.
11-5, 8 seconds on the clock. Won by Courser, over to Arthur. Arthur trying to move the puck, taken away by Abdulin, back to Duffy, over to Courser, and that is the game. Jim, it's been a long day for you.
It's been a very long day. 4 a.m. wake up to be down here for the 7 a.m. game. It's been a very long day, but you know, credit to these two teams. They definitely kept me awake through that. That was a back and forth affair. Skills on display from both teams. Obviously, one got a few more goals than the other, but yeah, super impressive stuff. I don't watch a lot of U15 games, but yeah, I'm very, very impressed by what I'm seeing here today.
I don't have the last goal. Oh, there it is. Last goal has come up now. So I just wanted to point out that was We Met, assisted by Duffy on the last Queensland goal. Simmons unassisted for Victoria, and Zhu assisted by Abdulin. So we have a number of players. That was Simmons' first goal, so he would have been celebrating like crazy. I saw him working hard for it. He was moving the puck as quickly as he possibly could.
Yeah.
So pardon us for our banter,
no.
but that's what happened on the ice.
No, good on him.
I think we'll be back tomorrow. You'll probably hear from either or both of us at some point.
Yeah, probably tomorrow, Arvo, or if you're my boss, not at all. Depending if you're listening, I don't know why you would be. But yeah, no, it's been an absolute pleasure, Amy. It's lovely to meet you. And
lovely to meet you too. Thanks for having me.